What is up, guys? It is Robert of Movies with Me, and welcome to the War for the Planet of the Apes movie review. Now, I actually got to see the trilogy in theaters, so I saw Rise, then Dawn, and right after that, got to see War. Oh man, I was super excited for War, and I was very nervous because last two to me are just amazing 10 out of 10 movies. War for the Planet of the Apes is easily the best out of the three. The movie is directed by Matt Reeves, and holy crap, he does an amazing job. Everything in this movie is just gorgeous to look at. Visually pleasing. The CG work is just mind-boggling, man. You look at these apes, you're like, those are real apes. Those are definitely real apes. Like, it's incredible, the CG work that is done. It blows my mind. It really does. We see some new faces in this movie for some new apes, and they're pretty cool, but you do still have the usual gang of Caesar, which is played by Andy Serkis, and holy crap, the dude. Guy is amazing. You got Maurice, you got Rocket, there's a lot more people, and there's a lot of, like I said, a lot of new faces for apes, and it just feels like a family now, it really feels like a family after the last two, and this one, though, it's completely different. That's what I like about these movies. Rise, Dawn, and now War are all very, very much their own movies. They're very different from one another. Rise is like a modern day sort of place. Dawn, already civilization is like destroyed. And now with War, everything is basically done. It's crazy. It's absolutely insanity. Matt Reeves just does such an amazing job showcasing this world. And I won't do any spoilers for this movie, of course, but all I'll say is that, Caesar is getting older now. Caesar's now this leader that's been a leader for a little bit, and he's somehow got into this mess. Sadly, he's in this mess. He doesn't want to be in this mess. He doesn't want to fight. He just wants to protect his apes. He just wants to live. He just wants to be with his family, and that's it. However, trouble happens, and he has to go to war. Now, I absolutely loved this movie. However, for some people, they might get a little bit disappointed because don't expect this movie to be a war. It's not action-packed. It really isn't. It's not every 5 minutes action-packed. It's a slow movie. It takes its time with each of the scenes. It carries out long things of no dialogue, just apes. Sign language for apes. That's it. And it's so great to see that. It really gets you invested in this world. And the world that they built is just so fascinating to watch. It's dripping with gorgeous visuals. There is one new ape that gets introduced, and he's more of like a little bit humorous in a bit because I do think it needed it. You get a little bit of humor, and I do mean a little bit, because this movie is very, very dark. It's dark, it's different, and it's very brutal. Some people, honestly, might find it hard to watch in a way, because trust me, it is the darkest movie I've seen this year for sure. There are scenes in the movie that will remind you of real-life situations that actually happened. And you really do feel for these apes. And you start to see these humans. Like, for instance, Woody Harrelson's in it. And he's a different type of role than I thought. I will say that the trailers don't actually spoil anything of this movie. I didn't know what to expect. I really didn't. And Woody Harrelson's character specifically is different from what I thought it was going to be. He does something different in the movie. He's not exactly the major colonel guy. Yeah, he's a colonel in the movie, but his role and what he does throughout the whole movie is a bit different from what I thought it was going to be. The soundtrack mixes so well with the movie. When there is action, the action is breathtaking. It looks so great. Everything blends so well in this movie. Everything feels like it's a part of this world. It's so crazy. When you watch it, there's no dull moment. No dull moment at all. And there are a lot of parts, like what I said, that there's a lot of just no dialogue. and it's just the apes. There are twists in this movie, and they are very well done. I was not expecting a lot of these. And when you see them, and when they uncover some questions that you may have about some situations, they're told really well. The best part about this movie is following Caesar, and majority of this movie is following Caesar. There's not a lot of human parts in this movie. It's mostly the apes, and that's good. That's what you want to see, you know. And Caesar, man, I really do believe he's one of my favorite movie characters of all time. This guy is just incredible, and he's not a guy, but you know, I absolutely love Caesar. Andy Serkis just does an incredible job with Caesar, and what the scriptwriters did for Caesar, I loved it. I loved every character. I loved every aspect. The little girl that gets incorporated with the apes, they did a great job there. I thought maybe I didn't really know where they would take her with the little girl, but she works. She definitely works. Everything about this movie is amazing. There's nothing wrong with this movie for me. I don't have one little complaint, really. I watched this movie and I was like, yeah, I love it. I absolutely love this. Overall, 100%, I'm going to give War for the Planet of the Apes a 10 out of 10. Yes, this movie is a masterpiece. You need to watch it. It is dark. It is very dark. It is brutal. And maybe you're not into some of these very dark scenes that they get into sometimes, because there are some moments where I was like, holy crap, I didn't think they'd get into that kind of stuff. But they do. But definitely watch it. Are you going to see War for the Planet of the Apes? What do you think about the series? Did you already see it? Let me know down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time. Man, wow. This series is probably my favorite trilogy of all time. Seriously. It's an incredible trilogy. I absolutely love it. Wow. War, man. It was incredible. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.